Alright, today's lecture is actually on the hydraulic trainer. First part of what we're going to talk about in the hydraulic trainer is a few different parts. We have the pump. On the back side is actually the reservoir. It's a non-vented reservoir. So then we have the pump. From the pump we have different controls. We have a flow control valve. We have a backflow preventer, directional control valve, two different types of cylinders. These are some T's. This is an inline gauge, and then this is another pressure regulator where we could actually run off of the pump to the location. This is actually where the feed from the hydraulic fluid comes from. So pretty much the only section that we can do for this one is we're going to show a cylinder, and in this case we're going to move this cylinder up and down. It's a double acting cylinder, it's not a single. We do not have a single acting cylinder on the trainer, but we do have two double acting. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to come off of the power feed. We're actually going to feed the material to the directional control valve. Then we're going to come off the directional control valve to the up portion of the double acting cylinder. Remember, a cylinder does work in a linear fashion. It's either up or down, left or right, not rotational. That would be a hydraulic motor, in which we do not have one of those on the trainer. Alright, so there's the two in. Now if you remember, the hydraulic fluid has to make its way back to the reservoir once it's being moved, so we have to make sure we hook up our returns properly so that the hydraulic fluid can go back to the reservoir. So these are the out portions of the directional control valve, and preferably the directional control valve is labeled properly, and then you can actually see where the connections are at. The connections we're making, these are tubes, and the connections we're making are called ports. So we've connected the tubes with these quick connects to the ports. The ports from the directional control valve run out to the cylinder, since it's a double acting cylinder, and then back. Keep in mind that before operating any type of hydraulic cylinder or hydraulic system, make sure you use your proper PPEs, potential gloves, safety glasses, and any other type of PPEs that you need. And also, when you're testing for leaks, that you don't use your hands. Use a cardboard, a piece of paper, even some wood. This is actually a hydraulic fluid that we're using to fill the reservoir in to utilize for the trainer. So now we're going to apply electric power. This electric power will power the pump. And in some cases, you can actually use pneumatic or other types of hydraulic to actually run the pump. So in this case here, we're going to go ahead and turn the pump on. It's going to create pressure. You can see here we're reading about 30 to 35 PSIG per gauge. And I do not see any leaks, so we'll give the old directional control valve a bump. And we see nothing working. Check it out and see what we have going on here. I don't see anything that's not working right. Oh, I know what was going on. When we pump back on, we have pressure here, but we didn't energize the system by turning on the valve right there at the pressure. So now we've allowed the pressure to fill the tubes all the way to the directional control valve. And so we hit the button, we hit the valve. You can't quite see. Directional control valve up, and the valve should go up, and you can see it slowly making its way up. You can see close enough, you can see the hydraulic fluid running through the tubes. Stop the directional control valve and push it back down. See the directional control valve going back. You see the hydraulic fluid going back through the tubes to its location. we wanted to add another wrinkle to this, we could also run the lines through the flow control valve where we could adjust the flow with the adjustment here, and we could adjust the flow to raise or lower that cylinder at a set speed. But in this case here, we just left it this way, and that is a circuit, that is a typical circuit using hydraulics, using hydraulic fluid with a reservoir and hydraulic pump. That is your lesson for today. Thank you.